Chris Taylor's loved ones have described the last episode of Love Island, All Stars, as a tough one to watch, amid some backlash towards him following events in the villa. The Islander, 33, seems to have divided fans of the ITV2 show with his behaviour recently, particularly in relation to Arabella Chi, 32. He has also been connected to Joanna Chimonides, 27, though they now appear to be over too. Wednesday night's episode saw Joanna tell Chris that she wants to take a step back romantically after expressing concern about his big jokey personality. A number of fans have suggested that it's karma for the way things with Arabella went, with him having been criticized over that. Chris' loved ones, who are believed to be running his social media accounts whilst H is away, reacted to the episode in a post on Instagram this morning. It included comments from fans expressing sympathy towards the Islander. His loved ones wrote, "A tough one to watch for our Chris, especially as his family and friends know he has so much to give. His humor is just another wonderful part of him that we love." They added, "Hopefully someone will realize that it's just him as a person and another reason to love him." Addressing supportive messages that have been shared by fans, they concluded by writing, "Thank you for all the lovely messages. There have been some ups and downs in the villa, but we're so proud of him for staying true to himself." They aren't alone in having expressed support of him, with Chris' former co-star Francesca Allen, 28, having done so too. The former Islander lived in the villa with him on the 5th series of Love Island, which was broadcast in 2019. Francesca mentioned her pal Chris on her Instagram story last night, saying that Toby Aramalaran is the only person in the villa who understands him. She wrote on the platform, "No, I feel so sorry for Chris, no one understands him apart from Toby." Francesca added, "Chris, we all still love ya." Several fans expressed heartache over Chris' experience on the latest episode of Love Island, All Stars. It includes one person who had said, "My heart actually breaks for Chris because all he wants is for someone to want him for him." The comment has amassed thousands of likes on Instagram. "Heart kinda broke for Chris," another wrote. Someone said, "Actually felt bad for Chris. He will find someone that loves all of him." Whilst one fan said that although he may receive hate, H is just being unapologetically himself. Despite the support, there has also been criticism of Chris. Following the scene in which Joanna said she wanted to take a step back, a number of viewers suggested that it was karma for the way Chris had been with Arabella. One person reacted, "Deserved for how he treated Arabella tbh." Someone said, "This is karma for Chris. He treated Arabella so badly." A third viewer responded to the recent scene, "It's a bit of karma for the way he was with Arabella." Someone else wrote, "Arabella liked him for him, and he was mean to her. Karma." Another person, who mentioned karma in a hashtag, said, "Chris can happily bin people, but his ego gets so bruised when it happens to him." Another viewer commented, "What goes around comes around." And sharing their thoughts, one person said, "He fobbed off Arabella, who liked him for him. He has himself to blame." A number of other viewers described it as karma. Chris had been coupled up with Arabella earlier in the season, but they parted ways after he expressed interest in Sophie Piper, 25, following her arrival. Following a date with her, Chris told Arabella that they wanted to keep chatting. He later ended up apologizing to Arabella after being seen holding hands with Sophie whilst walking past her. Arabella recalled that had promised beforehand to be respectful and to not do anything with Sophie in front of her. During the tense exchange, Arabella accused Chris of being patronizing, which he denied. He went on to suggest that she had thrown his openness back at him, whilst she suggested that he hadn't wanted to communicate with her. They then agreed that things were over between them. The latest episode saw Joanna say to Arabella about Chris, "H has got such a big jokey personality, but sometimes I'm like, what's the real you?" Joanna suggested that he has a showman personality and said that it's grating on her. Chris expressed concern that Joanna had been talking to Arabella, saying that the latter holds a grudge. He added, "Shusha's probably still ******** ed off that I binned her off." And he later spoke to Joanna about their own relationship. Joanna acknowledged having been a bit distant, adding, "I just need to take a step back romantically and figure out what I'm doing and what's going on in my head." She told Chris that she also wants to get to know Callum Jones. The conversation saw Chris tell Joanna, "We were going in a good direction and barriers were being broken down and we were getting really close." He said the mood seemed to shift instantly after his latest recoupling speech though. Addressing the suspicion, Joanna said, "I just felt that it, not sarcasm, but it was overly jokey. Opening square bracket dot closing square bracket. That's you and that's the way you communicate how you're feeling." She added, "There's nothing wrong with your personality." Chris responded to her, "Maybe we're just not compatible then, and that's all right. Not everybody is for everybody." Love Island: All Stars continues tonight on ITV2 and ITVX from 9 p.m. Catch up on previous episodes of the ongoing spin-off series through the streaming platform now. I've got a text. Want all the updates from Love Island All Stars series straight to your phone? Join our free Love Island Factor 50 WhatsApp group. With the upcoming All Stars series set to see previous icons return and awkward exes reunite, the Mirror team will help you stay on top of all the gossip from inside and outside the villa. To get all the biggest Love Island stories as they come out, follow this link: https://tinyurl.com. 98upviewsy. Follow Mirror celebs on TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Threads.